Hello friends, I am really excited about jumping on right now. I tried to jump on live on my computer, but it is being really weird and I don't know what's going on with it. So I am jumping on live here on my phone. So thanks so much if you guys were waiting, if you were part of the event of essential oils for kiddos tonight. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing some information about using essential oils with your kiddos, okay? That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to try and keep it short, but really good information that definitely is going to help you make better decisions for kiddos. So, hey, Laura, how are you doing, lady? I'm going to give it a minute for other people to jump on. Invite your friends, Laura. That would be great. I am pulling out some other items that I want to make sure we're using and what we're talking about. I hope everybody's doing good. Happy Tuesday night. Hey, lady. Thank you for jumping on tonight, guys. If you're jumping on live, we would love to hear from you, love to know where you guys are from and all those things. If you're catching the replay, that's cool too. I am all about the replays. I know that because everybody's lives are super busy. That's cool too. But make sure to message below and so I can know where you guys are watching from. Okay, cool. We're going to jump in because I want to make sure it's short tonight, but at the same time, really good information about using essential oils with your kiddos. So let's start just from the basics. Okay, so using essential oils, I have a 101 class that talks about what are essential oils, how to use them, how to make a roller bottle, why I use Young Living oils, Seed to Seal Promise from Young Living, things like that. I have a 101 oils. So if you are interested in using essential oils in general, I would definitely suggest that you check out that 101 video and I can tag it below later on tonight, or just message me and I'd be happy to send that to you, okay? But tonight we're going to be focused on using essential oils with your kiddos. So let's be clear about something. So when we talk about using essential oils, we want to make sure that we're diluting the oils, right? Whenever we use an oil specifically, like a peppermint oil, things like that. And if we're just using it right out of the bottle, that would mean that we're using it neat, N-E-A-T, neat, meaning that there's no carrier oil with it. Now, why would you want to use a carrier oil in general? Not even talking about kiddos yet. One of the reasons is because some oils are hot oils, which means that they're warm whenever you apply them to your skin. Some oils are hotter to other people than they are with others, okay? So it's not a big deal there. But, hey, Sarah. But some oils are hot oils in general. So we're just talking about why you'd want to use a carrier oil in general. Hot oils, right? The second one, and I love this about it too, is that whenever you are using an oil neat on your skin, you are actually not getting the most benefit from it, okay? You can do that. You can apply it to your wrists and then your hands, and right? And that's great. But whenever we talk about the absorption rate of the essential oils, we're actually wanting to apply it with a carrier oil because it actually absorbs into the body better. Okay? Why is that? Because whenever we use an oil neat on our body, the oils themselves are very small molecules, and that's great. We want to keep them that way because they're able to break that blood-brain barrier, which so many other medications and any other treatment or approach that ever you wanted to use for medical, mental health, whatever, they can't break the blood-brain barrier because they're not small enough, right? But Young Living oils actually are super potent and the molecules are very, very small, which is great. So we want to keep them that way. But here's the deal. When we apply it with a carrier oil, let's say we're rolling it right on our wrists with a roller bottle, right? We're rolling it right on our wrists or the back of our neck, whatever it may be. We're actually helping the absorption rate because what we're doing is pairing it with a carrier oil, which is actually larger molecules, so therefore the smaller molecules from the oils are pairing it together, therefore they're going to absorb into the skin better instead of just absorbing into the air. Yes, so yes, using a roller bottle is going to save you more money. It's going to extend the life of your oils because you only need a few drops in there. Which one of Young Living is best? Which one? The carrier oils is what you're asking for, I'm assuming, Sarah. is there a good oil to help my son with toothache? Yes, I will get to that tonight. We're going to talk about some oils and some blends specifically for kiddos, okay? But we're talking about why you'd want to use a carrier oil specifically. So those two things going to be the best, right? Hot oil, and then also going to absorb into the skin better. Third reason you want to use a carrier oil, okay, is that you want to make sure that if we're talking about kiddos, and tonight we're specifically going to be talking about age 2 and up, okay? We're not going to talk about the younger age as much. We're going to talk about 2 and up tonight, okay? So whenever we're talking about that group of kiddos, we want to make sure that we're using essential oils that are even more diluted, okay? So therefore, it's not going to have as powerful of a punch, or any of the scent is going to be a little bit diluted as well. That's really good and really good things to consider whenever we're talking about using essential oils with our kiddos. So top 3 reasons why we need a carrier oil. That's the third one, okay? Now, Sarah's asking about what carrier oils are the best. So Young Living does have a carrier oil. It's called V6. It has other vitamins and minerals and other things in it, which is great. And if you want to get that one, more power to you, totally. I kind of use this as a way that I can actually save a little bit of money, okay? I use a lot of different carrier oils because the reason why you would use a carrier oil in general are different depending on what you're using it for, okay? So let's just say I am making a under eye roller, right? Or an acne one, or something to do with skincare in general, right? I'm not going to use my go-to carrier oil, which is coconut carrier oil. It's a fractionated one, and I have it in the box over there. It's a fractionated one, meaning that it's in liquid form. It's not going to harden again. That is my go-to. I use that for almost all of my carrier oils because it's really easy. It's pretty cheap. But one of the downsides of using a coconut carrier oil is that it does tend to clog pores. I don't care if it clogs pores right here on my wrist and things, right? But if I'm going to be putting something on my face, things like that, I'm going to be using a Jehovah carrier oil. Okay, again, you can use the V6 from Young Living, which is really good carrier oil, and that won't clog pores, and it's really going to be nourishing as well. Lots of different carrier oils. If you have our text message system, definitely I would highly suggest that you text in carrier oils, and it's going to give you a whole list of lots of different carrier oils and why you would want to use each one of them in different ways, okay? Laura, I will answer your question about your toothache in just a minute. Okay, so all right, so that's the reason why we want to use carrier oils. Here's the cool part about Young Living, right, is that they have a kids line specifically just for kids that is already pre-diluted. That's called Kids Sense line. Okay, it's the Kids Sense line. You can buy these individual oils. You can buy them as a set, or you can buy them as a roller bottle set, okay? Lots of different versions with it. I like it from the kit, which current members and new members can purchase the Little Oilers kit. It's awesome because it comes with all of the kids line oils, which is great. We're going to go through tonight. And it also comes with the owl diffuser. Now, this is an owl diffuser. Ooh, this is an owl diffuser, but this is actually snowy. Oop, I don't know why it keeps turning. There we go. Snowy. Very similar design, just a little bit different colors. So this is Snowy. Love him. And he's one of the owl diffusers. There's just one other way. So the one that comes with the kit is a little bit different, has a darker color out here. And it does not come with the cool stickers, okay? These are like stickers that cling on, and they're really fun. You can decorate it and personalize your owl diffuser. So I absolutely love the owl diffuser. Why do I love him so much? He's 3 different things in one, okay? He's a night light, which actually turns on right here. He's a diffuser, right, of course, and a sound machine. Here on the back, you can actually turn up the volume. You can change, I think it has 6 different settings of different noises that you can choose from. So really good options there. What I also love is that he has a run setting of 8, 9, and 10 hours. Yes, please, right? And whenever I think about this, because all my kiddos have their own diffuser in their room, of course, and they get to choose what color they want to have the night light on for the night, or the one that's changing colors, or whatever they want. They get to choose the scent, which is really cool, of whatever oils they want. Now, Obviously, I'm going to help them choose depending on what they're needing for the night. But they get to have power of choosing it, and they're going to be able to choose the sounds that they want to. For white noise, for ocean, for rain, there's a lullaby, there's birds. It is amazing. So I really love this owl diffuser. It does come in the Little Oilers kit. All right, so we got the diffuser set. All of my kids have that diffuser. Love it, love it, love it. It's just been game changer in their rooms, because when we think about 8, 9, and 10-hour settings, that's a huge chunk of time, guys. That could be all night long. That could be all day long, right? Wherever you have your kiddos, they're going to be covered, which is great. All right, let's go in and do, there we go. Let's go in and do what are the oils that come in the Little Oilers kit. That's the part we're going to talk about tonight with the oils for kiddos. But I'm also going to talk about what are some other products, part of the, yes, both of your daughters have one. The other KidSense products as well. We're going to go into that a little bit. But let's go through each one of these oils that come in the Little Oilers KidSense kit. Now, keeping in mind that they're already pre-diluted, okay? It makes it so much easier, okay? You don't have to think about dilution rates. The only caveat is that, again, these oils are for age 2 and above. If you're going to be using any oils for younger kiddos, there's some other things you should consider. Specifically, making sure that it's not going to get on their hands, because what do little babies do, right? They put them all in their mouth. Make sure it's obviously not in their eyes, things like that. And we're going to make sure that it's even more diluted, okay? All right, so again, this is for ages 2 and up. All right, so KidSense Owie. Oh my gosh, so good. You guys, there's helichrysum in this, okay? If you know anything about oils, that is one of the best healing oils. Like, seriously, so good. It has a huge list of really great oils for healing. So Owie's going to be great for all kinds of owies, right? Scrapes, burns, bumps, scabs, whatever. You're going to want to put it around whatever the wound is. You don't want to put it directly in a wound, okay? What I like to do sometimes is actually put it on the Band-Aid before I put it on. Another hack that I'll share with you, and I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's the Animal Sense ointment. The ointment, it comes in a tub. It's about this big. Guys, that tub will last you like forever. I literally have had that tub for 4 years, I think 5 years. Anyway, so it comes in a tub, and it's this like hardened, almost like a shea butter in the inside. And what I do is I just pick up a little bit of it, very little, and it starts to melt in your hands because your body heat, right? And then I use that as a Neosporin. I don't use Neosporin in my house because it has a lot of toxic chemicals, of course, and I use that instead. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll mix either the animal ointment with like an owie with it, and I'll mix that and put it on the Band-Aid or put it on the wound. I've done that, but I've also done sorry, I'm thinking Lavaderm. Lavaderm is really good. There's 2 Lavaderms. There's like an After Sun, and then there's another one. Use the other one because it's a cooling one. That one's really good for healing as well. Okay, so Owie's good for all kinds of healing, burns, scrapes, bumps, everything. And if you have kiddos like I do, oh my gosh, it's like every day, right? It's like every day, and they're doing something. So, okay, so that is Owie, and really good for adults too, okay? Just because it's diluted doesn't mean that you can't be using it too. Really good for healing stuff. Try it on your scars. Try it on all kinds of different bruises and things that you have too. Really, really good because it has really powerful oils in it. Okay, KidSense Sniffle Ease. What do you think that one's for, right? Sniffle Ease is going to be the great support of immunity. It's the immunity one of all of the KidSense line. It's going to help break up sinuses and congestion, good to diffuse. All of these oils are great to diffuse and apply topically. I probably wouldn't diffuse Owie just because it's not going to have a lot of huge benefit that way. This guy's got really good oils in it. Again, it's very similar to like a Raven, if you've used oils before, Raven and RC, things like that. A little bit of Thieves, but it's a little bit milder, again, because they're talking about kiddos. So Sniffle Ease is really good to diffuse. You can apply it, again, it already comes with the carrier oil, so it's really good to just spread on too. Hey, Tina. So we're able to do that. Sniffle Ease is a good guy. All right, let's see. Sleepy eyes, of course. What is that one for, right? Sleepy eyes, really good support for sleep. You can, again, apply this to their wrists, apply it to behind their ears. I like doing a few drops on their pillow is really good. Again, diffusing, because when we think about diffusing, just a few drops is going to last them all night long or all day long. What I like to do a lot of times too is I'll set up their diffuser, turn on the lights, put on their nightlight or whatever, if it's just the owl diffuser nightlight, get their water, whatever they need, and I will have it running in their room. I'll just go ahead and close the door, and that's probably, 10, 15 minutes before they come in. And so then when they walk in the room, they can already feel like that, right? And it's already in the room. It's already circulating everything. So it's going to be right in their system and good and calming. So it's not something that I turn on right as I put my kiddos to bed. I already have it ready. I already have it set up. Now that's an ideal thing. I mean, sometimes that happens where you can't do that, and that's okay. So again, sleepy eyes, good for sleep support. Let me tell you, as we're talking about sleep, okay, a few other ones that I wanted to mention. Young Living has a roller bottle called Tranquil. Holy mothers of friends. Yeah, really, really good. If you have been struggling with sleep yourself or with kiddos, I would highly suggest you get this one. It only comes in a roller bottle. I would suggest rolling it on the bottom of their feet, again, by their ears, things like that, pillow. It is a different blend, because that's the thing. Everybody might need a different blend for sleep and support. So here's just a few options to try out. So we know it's Tranquil. Now this one has, it has lavender, cedarwood, Roman chamomile, and coconut oil, and a few other ones. Yeah. Does it help relieve the sleepy during the day feeling? It's going to help them sleep better at night so they're not as sleepy during the day. Is that what you mean? Because yes, it's going to help that one. It's going to help them sleep better. You don't want to apply it during the day. Don't do that. I'd also suggest just straight lavender, you guys. Lavender is super good. Very good support. I've been doing a lot of classes lately. And the other day what I did is I was smelling lavender, right? And I was doing the class and it bumped on my nose. I'm like, okay, no big deal. By the end of the class, I was kind of like, right? Like wanting to go to sleep. It was so funny. I sleep at night, but during the day. Oh, okay. So sounds like you need two things. So I'm sorry, the message said I sleep at night, but during the day I still feel tired. So yes, you need to get better sleep at night, right? Deeper sleep at night. But then there's also some other oils and things that can help with more energy as well. So we will get to that. All right, so we're still talking about sleep. We talked about Tranquil. We talked about sleepy eyes. Let me tell you about ImmuPro. ImmuPro, okay? This is for adults, but you can use it for kiddos too. Let's see. Doesn't say. Okay, so it's a capsule, okay? Or I'm sorry, it's a chewable. Not the greatest tasting. Some people love it, some people don't. But Jordan Schrant gives this to her kiddos too. What it has is natural melatonin, natural ways of kind of calming you down, going to sleep. But here's the thing. It's a two-puncher, okay? So it's going to help you go to sleep calming because of the melatonin. But it's also immu, meaning it's going to be helping with your immune system as well. And if I can do something that's multitasking, I'm all about it, okay? And so it's really, really good for that. So ImmuPro. It's a chewable. Some people love the taste, some people don't. But even if they don't, like, you can cut it in fourths or whatever. You can crush it up. You can put it in something, whatever you want to do. But that one's a really good option. Okay. Let's see. I think there was another option that I want. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about for sleep for kiddos specifically. This is part of the Kids Sense line. It's called Unwind. Unwind. Okay. And so it helps promote a calm state and eases occasional irritability, good source of magnesium. It's watermelon flavored. I kind of like it. I kind of like the taste of it. It's just a little packet. Let me show you. And yeah, I mean, they feel like they're getting candy. And so you're like, okay, cool. But yeah, it's going to help them unwind. Adults use this as well. Yes, Laura loves it. Her son loves it. Little packet. I don't know if you can see that. They just open it up and right? They feel like they're getting candy. It's a really good option. Really good source of magnesium as well. All kinds of good things. So everybody's a little bit different as to how soon to give it, like before bed. I would definitely try it maybe on like a Saturday or something and play with it a little bit per your kiddo on what works better as far as like what time, like an hour before bed or 30 minutes. Everybody metabolizes things differently. So there's that one. And what I like about it too is, let me see, 25 Does it come with 25? Yeah, I think it's saying 25. It comes with quite a bit. It comes with 25 of them, which is a lot. Okay, one other option. Obviously, Stress Away, Peace and Calming are going to be great options. This is for mom, dad, kiddo, pet, whatever. If you can figure out which one they are, right? Here's, again, the research. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but so Peace and Calming and Stress Away are sister oils. What does that mean? Sister oils means that they are both created for the same purpose, yet they're two different blends, okay? Both really good options. But here's the research. 50% of people will respond to one of them, so like Peace and Calming, while the other 50% of people will respond to Stress Away. Only 2% of people will respond to both. I love all the facts. I love all that stuff. I think it's really interesting. You know, it's interesting because we have a huge family. And so I go through each one of my kids and figuring out, okay, oh, they're a Peace and Calming, right? That's one that really resonates with them, that they respond to it, right? But then other kids, oh, they're a Stress Away, you know, or, oh, they are part of that 2% that they actually respond to both. And that's okay. But if you figure out what works for your kiddo, for you, for your husband, whatever, then you'll know what their go-to is going to be. Does that make sense? So like I said, Peace and Calming is amazing. And if you have kiddos with special needs and things, like my son who has autism and behaviors and different things like that, Peace and Calming is gold. Like, I do not run out of it, right? It's so awesome. He has behaviors and a lot of struggles and things. And so even when he's having a whole big, you know, meltdown and behaviors and things, what I will do is I will grab a bottle and I will take off the lid and I will hold it like over here to his face so he can start smelling it, but it's not like all up in his stuff, right? Start smelling it. He will actually start calming down a little bit, turn his face to start smelling it, right? And you can see his body start to change. Okay, that's crazy. And then what I will do is I'll put a few drops in his hair, on his scalp there, and you'll notice that, like, his body is starting to calm down. Is it a complete one? Like, is he not going to have any more issues for the rest of the night? No, but you'll notice that it's a huge step down, okay? That's just how Peace and Calming is for him. You know that after you know which one was your kiddo, right? I am a Stress Away, 100% Stress Away. I think it smells like a margarita. I think it smells amazing. I'm all Stress Away, right? So I think it's just interesting how everybody is. Peace and Calming 2 worked wonders for my oldest, who still wasn't sleeping through the night at 6. Yes, right? Everybody's body is different. Everybody's going to metabolize things differently. So our job is to give you lots of different options to try, because you as mom, right? You've got kiddos, you got hubby, you've got animals, you got everything else. You have to figure out what works for each kiddo or each person of your family, right? One other thing I wanted to mention about sleep. This is more on the adult side. I don't know that I've heard it with kiddos. I mean, it could be an option though too. It's a supplement called Sleep Essence. It's like a little like veggie capsule looking like one. That one's really good too. Non-habit forming. That's another good option as well. So those are all of our sleep options for kiddos and for adults as well. Okay. Let's talk about Digize. Digize, love it, right? If you're an oiler already, you know about Digize, right? Let's see. Digize. I just had it over here 2 seconds ago. Digize, right? It comes in the premium starter kit. Game changer, right? Digize does not smell good. We know this, right? That's okay. It's got fennel and coriander and a whole bunch of other things in it. But here's the deal. If you know how Digize works, you don't care how it smells, because it's amazing for your stomach, right? Upset stomach, diarrhea, constipation, whatever, gas, all kinds of different things. Digize is amazing. So here's what I do for my kids, especially like younger ones. I have a lot of older ones now, but I do a roller bottle and I make it with Digize and peppermint, okay? And then obviously carrier oil, and we call it Tummy Tamer. Tummy Tamer. And then we just roll it right on our stomach, right, whenever needed. And it is game changer, okay? This is the KidSense line, so it's the kiddo version. It's called Digize. Same thing, okay? It can be used for younger kiddos as well. So you're going to want to apply it right to their stomach. You can also apply it to the bottom of their feet. It's going to absorb into their system. You can diffuse it if you want. I don't know that it smells amazing, but you can always pair it with something something else too. So let's say you're diffusing something that you're just like, oh my gosh, I just do not like that scent. You guys can pair it with the lavender or with the citrus fresh or something like that, and it's still gonna get those properties into the air. But I would highly suggest just applying this guy instead of diffusing. But you do you, and whatever works for you guys, especially like if you have a kiddo that just won't let you apply oils to them, diffusing is a sneaky way around that, okay? All right, so that's Tummy Jize. All right, we got 2 more. Absolutely love it. This one is called Genius. If you guys have heard of the Kids Sense Genius before, I'm sure you've heard some fabulous things. If you're part of our Oilers group, you can go in and type in the word genius into OQ. It's game changer, okay? I can't even limit everything that this guy does. And it's really sad because I always forget to use it sometimes with my kiddos. So what it does is actually help support brain activity, okay? So a lot of times you'll notice that people will use it with their kids whenever they're approaching something that's really struggling, whenever they're struggling with behavior, whenever they're trying to do something new, like a new skill. I've heard so many stories about it helping and aiding with kiddos with potty training, with all kinds of different things. Bethany, our Diamond, she's heard and had personal stories herself as well with her kiddo who has special needs, and really great things about him trying new foods because he's got sensory issues. Really good things. I've also heard that it's really great for calming, really good for like ADHD kids, autism spectrum, really good mental support, okay? Like I said, I can't even limit everything that this guy is for. Used for so many different things. I love Genius. All right, and the newest member of the Kid Sense line of the oils is called Kid Power. Kid Power. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you guys don't have this one already, it was just on sale recently, and it is amazing. So what it is, oh my gosh, it's Valor and Orange, okay? So if you just have those at home, you can just make your own. So Valor and then Orange, okay? So what does Valor do? Valor actually helps support calming, grounding, is its main purpose at first, right? But then it also helps support confidence, right? In themselves, in confidence in trying something new, all kinds of different things. Valor has been game changer for me. It is my top favorite oil from Young Living, and it is something that I never go out of stock on. It has pulled me through a lot of hard times, whether it's be depression or anxiety. I have kids that have had panic attacks, and they were able to use Valor at the time because we didn't have Kids Power, and just to pull them through a panic attack. And so what we did is we just took off the lid, and they just start huffing, right? We put a few drops on their palm, right? Taking deep breaths, and you'll notice within just a few minutes, you can notice like their body's starting to calm down. So really good for anxiety, really good for self-confidence and things. One of the things about Valor is that, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but back in the day of the Roman soldiers, they would actually bathe themselves in the blend that's now called Valor to boost up their self-confidence as before they went into war. So this has been a oil blend that's been around for a very long time, and something that has helped so many people, and it can help kiddos too. If they have a big presentation coming, if they're struggling with making friends, things like that, they just need that confidence boost. But also, it's not like an energy boost, which is really good because I think a lot of our kids struggle with a lot of energy, and what I love about it is actually it helps grounding too. So anyway, this is the Kids Power one. Again, Orange, which is really good for confidence and grounding, and Valor as well. It literally smells like a dreamsicle. I absolutely love that one. And it's already pre-diluted as well. So, all right, so those are the oils that come in the Little Oilers kit, okay? Let's talk about just a few other products from Young Living that focuses on kiddos. So 2 different lines, let me be clear. There's the Kids Scent line, which is the ones that we just talked about, those oils, and we have a few more products within that. But then they have the Seedlings line, okay? So Seedlings is actually for babies. Now, I mean, obviously anybody can use it, of course, but they're specifically for babies. And so they've got seedling wipes. They've got Seedlings for baby powder and not powder, I'm sorry. It's baby oil, baby spray, everything. And so 2 of the top products that I love from the Seedlings line is obviously the wipes, but also the diaper rash cream and the Tender Tush Soothing Balm. So those are 2 different things. They look like they're the same. They're actually 2 different things. That's really cool. The diaper rash cream is amazing. Super thick, super healing. And if you look up anything online about any of the diaper rash creams, they actually rate very high whenever you compare them to the toxicity that they have in them, okay? A really good app that I always talk about is called Think Dirty. And you can actually scan the product, whatever it is, Dawn, you know, laundry detergent, whatever it is, and you can see the products that are in it, and they also give you a rating scale as to how toxic each one of those chemicals are, from a red to a green light, which is really good. Definitely I would encourage you guys to look up diaper rash creams because they're crazy. If you don't have littles in your home anymore, I still keep diaper rash cream because it's a really good one for a skin protectant, right? So little boys, they get different clothes that rub on certain areas, and then they have, you know, tender areas, we'll just call that. So diaper rash cream is really good for that. Also, a hack for you moms: if you have a powder makeup, you can actually make your own liquid makeup, and then also you can use it as a concealer as well. Okay, so like if you have like the powder makeup from Savvy Minerals and you want to make it like a liquid concealer or a liquid makeup, just add just a very, very little bit of the diaper rash cream, very little because it's very thick. Mix it up and you can apply it, and it's really good. I just did that again the other day and it was so good. Sarah says, I have the wipes and my youngest is 6. Yes, I know. Wipes are amazing. They're around the house all the time, right? Like you don't need it just for littles, right? And she says the Young Living wipes smell amazing. They really, really do. They've done a really good job on the quality of them. Very good. I also like using the wipes for taking off my makeup too. They're actually pretty thicker wipe, which is really nice. And again, no toxic chemicals. So diaper rash cream, and then also the Tender Tush Soothing Balm. Look at this one in OQ, okay, you guys? Seriously, there's so many uses for this thing. It's kind of like a medicated, like a thicker ointment, I guess, but it's like kind of runnier. I don't know how to describe it, but healing, such good healing from this guy, okay? Really good. Okay, so that's the Seedlings. Let's talk about 2 more things that come from the Kid Sense line. Mighty Bites, okay? And then Mighty Zymes. Mighty Zymes I get because... just making sure my dog's not getting into something. Mighty Zymes I get because I have a kiddo that has special needs, and there's a lot of research that shows kids with autism actually, their brain blocks the absorptions of enzymes, and so they need more of a supplement and support for that. And so I definitely use the Mighty enzymes. What I do though, because he's very sensitive to the taste of things and texture, it is a chewable, but it's not like the best tasting in my opinion. Everybody's different, right? But it's like a little chewable. It's not bad. So what I do is I crush it down and I put it in a veggie capsule, and then he takes it that way because he's used to taking meds anyway. So it makes it like mom win for me, and then I can help support it with all kinds of other things too. So Mighty Zymes, really, really good. Mighty Bites, it's a natural wild berry flavor. So it says it's whole food, multi-nutritious supplement. It's 120 tablets in there, which is actually a pretty good sized bottle. I think they taste pretty good. They are a little bit bigger, but I'd rather my kiddos take something like this than taking Flintstones, which is mostly sugar and all those kinds of things. So love it. Okay, so those are the ones we're going to talk about. Let's talk about some other blends that would be really good for kids whenever, you're using normal oils or kids oils, okay? So we're going to talk about what Laura had asked. Teeth, right? Toothaches. We've got, teeth coming in, loose teeth coming out. We've got a lot going on whenever we're kiddos, right? So here is the blend for toothaches, okay? So I like to use it in a hardened coconut oil. What I do is I just put one of those little ramekins, okay? I put a few scoops of that hardened form of the coconut oil. I melt it down in the microwave, stir it up. Then what you're going to use is 2 oils, copaiba and clove. Okay, copaiba is going to help with the pain, inflammation, things like that. That's going to be really good for the healing part. Clove, on the other hand, is going to be numbing. Now, depending on who this blend is for, how young they are, you know, what's going on, is it really like a toothache or is it just a loose tooth, what's going on, you might want to go more towards the clove end and more towards the copaiba blend. I just like mixing it up because I don't have littles anymore. We've got them losing teeth, but it's not like a little. The only thing I'll say is make sure that you just do like very little of the clove. The clove can be a very hot oil, and it can be a lot for littles. So anyway, mix up the blend, liquid form, and then when it's a liquid form, then I just use a little bit. They use their finger and just, you know, put it on their gums wherever it's at. You can use it with a tooth Q-tip as well. You can do that too. You can do that in a hardened form or the liquid form. A lot of times I will keep the hardened form in the container in the fridge just so it's cold, because I think a lot of times whenever their teeth are hurting, that cold feeling really helps as well. Oh no, he's gonna have to have 4 teeth removed. Yes, you need some of that like ASAP, because that's not gonna be great. Yeah, I would also say, and this isn't kiddo, but this is for adults, if you have like a tooth infection, if you're just getting over a tooth pull where you want to make sure the immunity is up, you need to make sure you're using thieves oil in general. I did add thieves oil to my blend specifically. I also used it in a liquid form, so then I would just drop it on my hands or my fingers and I would put it on there, because I had a tooth pull and then it turned to dry socket and that was no fun. I did the thieves, clove, and copaiba, okay? Copaiba is not going to have a lot of taste. It's not going to have a lot of scent, which is really, really good, but it's great for inflammation and that pain, okay? Another thing I would suggest if you do have an infection, not necessarily for a kiddo, but for adults, is Inner Defense. Inner Defense is amazing. It's a veggie capsule, pretty much, that Young Living has made that has thieves and gosh, they have oregano and thyme and lemon and all kinds of things in there to make it super powerful. So it's going to kick whatever it is butt, right? And that's really great for teeth stuff too, because sometimes you can't always put it right on there. That's a hard thing. Another thing that I would do for tooth pain, if it, again, it's just another option, is put Panaway in a roller bottle and put it on the outside. You do not want to put it on the inside. It has wintergreen in it and you don't want to ingest that, okay? So put it on the outside. Again, making sure that it's not a little, so then they're not rubbing it, okay? All right, so that's the tooth stuff. Let's talk about a little bit of breastfeeding, because this is a kiddo class, okay? So 2 oils that you want to do for increasing oil supply is going to be, just blanked, I'm so sorry, basil and fennel. Basil and fennel. A lot of times girls will make up a blend just neat, or they'll add a little bit of carrot oil and then they'll roll it right on their breasts and their nipples right after a feeding, so then it has time to kind of absorb before the next one. Those are 2 that's going to help increase milk supply. Now, if you're ready to be done and you're just like, I need to be dried up, I'm done, right? The 2 different oils, of course, clary sage, because it's going to deal with that hormonal piece, and peppermint are really good for drying up oils. Peppermint's really good for drying up anything, right? Your sinuses, all kinds of things. But again, it is a hot oil, so be careful about that. Let's see. I would also just encourage you to have a creativity as approach to using oils with kiddos, right? I, of course, didn't grab it, but Young Living has like those slap bracelets that have the little cotton pads that you can add a drop of oil to as well. It's a great way for them to have it with them during school time. And because anything felt is going to diffuse those oils, which is really good. I would also just be creative about adding oils to a stuffed animal or to their pillowcase, things like that, that they really connect to. Another oil, 2 oils, Gentle Baby and the Seedlings Calm. Those are more towards the really younger end, but they have shown amazing results. I'm sure you can Google or even look on YouTube. There's so many videos about people using Gentle Baby specifically with their littles, whenever they're fussing, the baby's just fussing and you can't figure out what it is. And I understand that it's just such a struggling time because you don't know what's going on. Look, you know, I changed their bed and they're not hungry and they're this, but they're still really fussy. They're just a fussy baby. Gentle Baby's really good for that as well. What they do is they just hold the bottle next to their nose, and you can just see them like crying, fussing, and then they bring in the oil and they're just like, whoo, and they start to calm down, and I absolutely love it. It's super fun. So many of those videos on YouTube and on OQ as well. Yes, so Sarah loves Gentle Baby. Really good go-to for littles for sure. Okay, so that is our oils for little kids and bigger kids. Those are some good options. We talked about sleep, we talked about pain, talked about stomach stuff, special needs support, all kinds of different things. So hope you guys got to learn something cool tonight. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Have a good night, guys. Bye.